should be the reverse spawn.
Yes, sir, it should.
Hoo-wee, it is early in the morning, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of the semifinals here of King of the Sea 18 Internationals. We are bringing you it's early. RESIN versus TWA. Well, we just watched Rain TWA on this map just a few hours ago.
True.
This is RESIN and TWA, North America's 1 seed versus EU's 1 seed. TWA in green here at the top end of Loop. Zaf, let's have a look over the lineup. What are we looking at?
Yeah, we got forward onto Dawn in the Marceau. See, I predicted Marceau yesterday. I said if they ban Kleber, it's going to be Marceau's. We got Vile in another Marceau, and one's got Dazzly, one's got Range. Sakiko in Gdansk. We got Point in a standard reload Petropavlovsk with top grade gunner, Napoli with top grade gunner and outnumbered, and Range in slot 6. That's an interesting choice for Keistis there. We've got Kinimod in a Petropavlovsk as well. Basically, TWA said, fine, you're going to ban radars. We'll just take the one you guys didn't ban.
Pretty much.
Top grade gunner and outnumbered and reload for him. iCUE is in a Petropavlovsk as well. Top grade gunner and reload. And then we have two battleships. Snackman in a Wisconsin with one of the Doe brothers or Halsey. Awesome to see that. And then we got Angel Stone in an Ohio. Kind of similar-ish concept there for Angel Stone. I love seeing American battleships.
Double Murica battleships, Zath, here on Loop in game 1. RESIN, wearing the red, spawn on the south side here, bring in a Marceau of their own. Well, just the one Marceau, it looks like. That would be Mad Dog here. Going for Fearless Brawler and Adrenaline Rush. Just right behind him, Eagle Lance's Gdansk, Gun Range RPF, and the usual kind of reload build. Let's see, just those two? Yep, they're only running a 3 destroyer lineup, so the other one went the other way. We got 2 cruisers hanging here mid. This is Big Boy's Salem. Top grade gunner and reload, and Triarch's Utrecht running the IFHE skill on those shells, Zaf. And what's that 3-point skill? Is that what I think it is? Yeah, because these are small caliber guns.
They're 128.
So that's the improved HE skill.
Yeah, heavy HE and SAP.
Heavy HE, there we go. Backing them up, Hungry is Petro, top grade gunner and range, and then Peyton's Kremlin back here with a more or less a good survivability build. Hanging near mid, this is Mabuki's Bungo with the AP skill and some gun reload. And then all the way down here, headed for the extreme bottom left corner of the map, this is Big Six's Petro, range and top grade gunner. His destroyer buddy, Frice, is gearing. Typical KOTS build there. Well, not totally typical, but similar. He's running Brisk to go with RPF and the occasional torpedo reload buff there as well.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the KOTS build gearing. You want to, you're going to run Swift and Silence, and hey, your guns aren't so great. You already reduce your gun's capability with the unique upgrade, so you might as well go farther. File detected. And Swift and Silence lets you get you someplace quickly. So they get to be quickly, they get to position quickly, luck check torps quickly, etc., etc.
Both teams taking some early bites out of the other's Marceau here. Vile is the one, however, that stops in the cap and is basically flipping this for TWA early. They're fishing for him. They don't know where he is. Eagle Lance burned some radar, but Vile doing really good work here. In fact, there we go. Mad Dog's Marceau also guessing. They're trying the French radar, Zath, but they're coming up empty here. Vile's going to pick up this cap.
Yeah, he is, absolutely. He's deeper than they think.
Yep. They think he's right on the cap edge. He's not.
Meanwhile, we got Torps coming into Eagle Lance's Gdansk position.
He should be fine.
Yeah.
Some bold destroyer play rewards TWA early here with that decap. They do have 5 ships on this flank up against 4 of the 4 for RESIN, right? You got the Ohio, the Petro, and Triple Destroyer. Now you have to believe that. Go ahead.
Price is so he goes to B and then he's heading towards C, and then he's probably gonna go and smoke up Big Boy 69 Salem after that.
Well, he's going to move into C, camp behind this island. They have to know they have to believe there's a radar cruiser over there.
Of course, yeah.
That Petro radar will come up here in a moment. That'll probably draw shells from Snackman's Wisconsin, I'm guessing. I'm sure his guns are looking back that way. Yep, they already are.
Yep. He's in a position to shoot whatever's south here. Possibly Big Boy 69 Salem. Bryce is gearing. Or
Yep,
Utrecht.
taking the shots on the gearing, though. Trying to deny them this cap. Does manage to get a little bit of a reset there.
Now,
Peyton took some
Utrecht,
punishment over here on the tent line.
Utrecht with IFHE, right? It's 128 millimeter guns, right? So 128s, I don't believe it gets the 1/4 HE pen, so that's divided by 6, isn't it? The 21.3 millimeter pen times 1.25 is 26. So they're using it to farm cruisers. Actually, it might be a little bit high. I have to double check in the ship tool.
They at least want to have the ability.
Yeah.
All right, 5 minutes gone. Things have settled in a bit here. It's a 30-ish point lead for TWA early. They got to that decap, picked it up. But RESIN not sitting idle, rotating Eagle Lance's Gdansk, Mad Dogs Marceau back towards mid. They, at the moment, TWA in a bit more of a, RESIN in a bit more of a flexible position. They've got 4 ships near mid. So they have the opportunity to kind of redeploy in either direction here. They probably have not yet sussed out this push that's coming down the one line. Kinimod's Petro and Kaistis' Napoli, not spotted over there.
So,
Snackman's Wisconsin pushing through this gap. We saw them make a play like this yesterday, but they did it with a smoke and radar cruiser.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. 120 millimeter guns on an Utrecht, according to the WoW shipbuilder tool, does pen 32 millimeter standard. So IFHE gets them to 40 millimeter.
Okay. So that's what it is. They're trying to get over that 38 millimeter threshold.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because those are German guns, aren't they, basically?
They are German 128s. I just wasn't quite sure if they got if they inherited the German characteristics with the pen too.
Speaking of Utrecht, making his presence felt there, getting some good bombs on IKEA's Petro over there north of C.
I mean, it makes sense. That's why you take that ship, right?
Yep. Frice rotating back towards B. Poor Big Six was very left all alone out there for a while, and of course he's down about a quarter of his HP now in a duel with Kaistis' Napoli. Trying to reverse to keep it to just Kaistis' Napoli and not let Kinimod's Petro into the fight. Mabuki's Bungo over there as well, trying to pitch shells in.
Well, it's just astern of Kaistis.
Yep, Snackman opening up there, revealing his location, getting some hits in on Mabuki. Bunch of radar going up around D. Still 2 destroyers, plus the Petro and the Ohio over here at D. TWA dug in like a tick over here. Do not want to relinquish this cap.
Yeah, Peyton's down already. He's got only 2 heals left.
Yeah, they've been beating up Peyton pretty good here. Mabuki angling his armor a little more, still taking 10k from Snackman's AP.
Yep, saw that.
There. At the moment, TWA trading a little better as poor Peyton takes another chunk back here. Burning through what is almost his last heal here, second to last heal, and we're only, what, 8.5 minutes in.
Yeah, now they've repositioned IKEA in the Petro, interestingly enough. Now he's pointing down to the D cap. So TWA basically saying they want this B cap, and that's their decision. They're gonna take it. So they're relocating assets.
Yep.
To do it.
They're absolutely making a play here for the B cap. Plenty of assets in the area now to begin to put some pressure on RESIN. Bungo
nice hit on
dunking the
Snackman.
Wisconsin. Yeah, good,
and
solid
torpedo.
hit there. And one in the bow. Nice hit from Frice. So Snackman also taking his share of chunk damage early, but the difference is he still has 4 heals in the tank.
Well, and he's got a funny button he can possibly have charged up.
Let's Let's see how the Bungo shells get let in here.
Yeah, I followed those too.
Not bad. Not catastrophic, but not bad.
Ooh, Hungria steps onto the decap in the Petro. I like that decision.
I like this too. He's got a little bit of island cover. They're going to struggle to get resets here. They can do it, but they're going to have to work for it. It's going to take Sakiko's Gdansk to basically get into a gunfight in the open water. Angelstone also bringing in some shells.
Yeah. Take a look on the other side again. Snackman Dark healing.
Yep, he backed up behind the island there to give him a bit of a reprise. Fry's taking some fire there under Kinemod's radar, but seems okay. Petro now, Big Six sees torpedoes go by, now knows there's at least one destroyer on this. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Those are the Napoli torpedoes, as slow as they are.
Yes.
He doesn't know Forward Unto Dawn is here. His hydro is down, and Dawn is playing very, very, very close to the wire with his detection. He is just outside his detection, but just inside his torpedo range. This is really sneaky, Zath. I'm loving it.
I really enjoy it too. Now, in random battles, you'll often find radar cruisers, once they get into battle, will just start, popping their radar as soon as it's done. But interestingly enough, in more competitive, players like to hold their radar until they know that they need it. That might actually bite Big Six in the butt here.
It's going to work against Big Six here. He's about to take far, far too many of these French torpedoes.
Three's enough.
He's dead already. Yeah, he's dead already. Brilliant destroyer play from Forward Unto Dawn. Crosses the map, sneaks into the corner, gets the angle, and gets the kill.
Yeah, brilliant play there. Okay, so RESIN now on the back foot.
Very much so. The pressure on B continues to mount now. No more radar. No way to suss out Forward Unto Dawn once he steps onto this cap. Price will have to spot him with his face. The old-fashioned way. The B cap, I think, is where they're going to end up just kind of losing control of this game. TWA correctly realizing that the Petro in the corner here was the play. Now, something else I'll point out, Saf, right? This is one of the few times we've seen a cruiser on this side of the island. Historically, you see them on the other side, the east side of that island.
Yeah.
And in this instance, it kind of bit him, right?
Yep.
There's probably pros and cons to both, in the sense of if you're on the other side of the island, he has more of a chance to just straight up torpedo rush you, right? Like he can just get within 2 kilometers and you'll never know it until he's on top of you.
I think the problem was he had the opportunity to relocate. He just didn't take it, right? Yeah. Once we see that there's a large force of TWA on that side, the smart thing would have been to reverse and then pull forward onto the other side of the island.
Yep.
Radar taking down Fryce.
Yep, trying to get some shells to Forward Unto Dawn, but the once Forward is spotted, the radar comes up, and Fryce does not survive the experience here. Basically, as Zath likes to say, gets Robocopped in a 4-on-1.
Oh, he got Robocopped hard. Triarch tried to help, but you know what? It just wasn't enough. TWA was ready for it. In competitive, when you're going to radar target, you double click on the mini map, you point to it, and you say, I'm going to radar, have your guns pointed here. People start pre-turning. Remember, there's a 6-second delay before the radar renders the target. And I'll tell you what, they had their guns ready to go.
30 seconds to go. Peyton's going to just go for it here. Diving the decap. Shells going out on the Ohio, coming up mostly empty. Peyton going to dodge this torpedo. Really, really well done there. Scrapes his hull down the port side.
27 seconds.
I mean, even if they do nothing here, well, Eagle now open firing and just, that's all over. Eagle just
he called to wipe himself.
I guess he did. He's like, I'm not playing this anymore. We're moving on.
I'm done with this game. Bye.
I'm out. A flawless victory here in game 1 for TWA, Zath. RESIN looked really good early, but that sneaky Marceau play just broke their back.
It really did. They were still TWA was still trading better though than RESIN as well. I feel like overall they had better board position. I think the problem was TWA brought more Petro.
Did they? 2 Petro
They
versus
brought 3 Petro.
Right. Three Petro. There it is. Yeah, boys. Let's head in, shall we?
We shall. And we're on standard spawn this time.
Well, Zath, you called it. You said the solution was more Petro, and TWA took your advice to heart.
I mean, you don't want to ban Petro, you find out why you should have banned Petro.
You find out why you should have banned Petro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's game 2 of this best-of-5 semifinal match between RESIN and TWA here in King of the Sea 18 International. Let's have a look at RESIN's lineup here in green as they spawn on the top end of Sleeping Giant. Mad Dog in a not quite a full torpedo reload build Shimakaze, but just running unique upgrade there. No torpedo reload skills to go with it. Eagle Lance in his Gdansk. This looks like the same build we saw last game. Freist now in a Hrugamo. This is the smoke upgrade in slot 5, as Zath likes to call it, the 420 Blaze It All for maximum smoke duration. They're running a triple Petro lineup of their own. We've got Big 6 here, range and top grade gunner. Big Boy 69 angling towards mid, range and top grade gunner. Petro number 3 over here headed towards the eastern side of the map. Hungria, range and top grade gunner. Seems like that's their universal build here. Last but not least, their last cruiser, Legend Formula in a Napoli. A little bit of secondary power sticking with top grade gunner himself. Double battleships. Peyton the Rockhider here in his Conqueror. Got tired of getting farmed out last game, said, screw it, I'll just bring all the heals I can. And Feva now, he's in the Kremlin this game as he makes revolutions to the west on the top side of Thunderdome. What's TWA got cooking in red, Zath?
Well, TWA is making haste with Vile to the Harugumo and heading over towards A. Also with the smoke build, we've got Kaistus's Petropavlovsk behind with reload and top grade gunner. Point has a Petropavlovsk reload top grade gunner. We got Silverblade in Ohio, kind of parking in a position to cover B cap. I think they're doing the usual. What's going to have to be, and let's be ready for it. We got Sakiko.
I got his stern turrets looking that way.
Yep. We got Sakiko's Gdansk, kind of fishing around the B cap. With so many Petros, you have to know there's going to be at least one in the traditional 12-kilometer radar spot and probably another one someplace else. Behind them, heading towards the D cap, we got Marcelo Pello in a Summers torpedo build with a little extra smoky smoke. Kiele Tong in a Petropavlovsk unique, reload and top grade gunner. Kinemot in a Petropavlovsk reload top grade gunner and outnumbered, so he's going to go wide to the corners. And Angel Stone in a Conqueror of his own. With
a double Conqueror game, Zath. I didn't have that on my my bingo card for the day.
No, I didn't either. But hey, it works. So Petro with range makes sense on a map like this. It's large enough where you can get cross shots and that sort of thing. The question is, you're up against TWA. You're up against the people that are best at dodging things at long range. So does the range mod help here, you think?
I think you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And not having the range to take a shot means, maybe maybe you should have taken range mod. So I understand, especially at this level of play, why range mod is popular. It allows you to potentially take shots that you otherwise wouldn't have had an opportunity to take.
Right. And that's why we often in clan battles will take range mod, Stalingrad, for example.
Now, I want to talk about target choice real early here. Angel Stone's first salvo out of his Conqueror went downrange on Big Boy's Petropavlovsk. Peyton's first salvo went downrange on where he believes Sakiko's Gdansk was, and it turned out he was there.
Yeah, saw that.
Yep, he kind of got a bit of a blind salvo there, and now the radar from Hungria coming up here. Sakiko going to take some more punishment from Big Boy's Petro, and they're bringing Eagle Lance's Gdansk back to mid. More Conqueror shells falling in on Sakiko as well. Oof.
Yeah, they connect.
Peyton doing good work early here. Taking some punishment of his own, but
Yeah,
it's a
he doesn't
conquer.
care.
It'll buff right out.
Yeah, they'll just it's the Family Guy barn reference. Remember when Conqueror was originally released and it had that stupid reload on the timer too? So like you use the heal and then like 30 seconds later you can use it again.
Yep.
Crazy.
Big boy already at half HP back here. His engine's out. His DCP just now coming back up. I think he's flooding as well.
Yeah, he might have taken a Gdansk torpedo.
Yeah, I think he took one or more Gdansk torpedoes there.
Angel Stone in
deciding that. Go ahead.
Angel Stone in the same position to farm out a radar cruiser.
Yep. Sakiko deciding that discretion is the better part of valor, and with less than half of his HP remaining, he decides we're out of here, baby. Eagle Lance pops his radar to get some shells on him as he leaves.
I don't know that I like Eagle Lance doing that. You know, he gets spotted doing it. He takes a little bit of chip damage, but most importantly, he tells TWA where he is.
Yeah, the radar alone would have told him that. They brought him back, I presume, to try to bag this kill, right? Like, oh, we know we put a bunch of damage into him. Let's go get him.
True.
But TWA, a step ahead, basically saying we're not going to leave him out there to risk him.
Absolutely. Vile open watering now, so Kaistus can get into the A cap.
Yep. Vile trading some of his HP so that Kaistus' Petro can sneak into the A cap here. At the moment, no other caps owned, occupied, contested, whatever, other than each team's kind of original cap, C and D, of course. And then TWA now making a play for A. Once they get this, once Kaistus flips this over, dislodging him is going to be a massive pain in the ass.
Oh, it will. It will be. I'm surprised Eagle Lance wasn't able to convert the B cap after he kind of went in and shoved Sakiko out.
Well, they made the move simultaneously. Sakiko left, and they moved iCUE's Petro around so that he had shots.
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of a mess now. Like, there's very few. Like, Eagle could still contest this cap, but he would need to come to like the northeastern corner of it, where the Petro wouldn't have shots.
Right.
He could do it, but he'd have to reposition a little bit. Oh, speaking of Sakiko getting dumped.
I'm watching him right now. 4,000. He's trying to smoke now. He's making inky.
Yeah, they've already burned through a couple of big boys' heals. It looks like at least 2 or 3 of them.
3,400 left for Sakiko, but he W's out.
Yep. Ohio HE combined with Petro HE succeeds in pushing Feva's Kremlin back off the A cap. Eagle Lance trying to reverse in here. I think he's realizing, he's looking at this angle. If he just holds this line and just backs straight up into the cap, the Petro will have to come way out to get shots on him. And I don't think that's likely. About a 50-point lead and growing here for TWA. 8 minutes gone. Plenty of game time left. RESIN trying to jockey for board position. You know, Zath, you and I haven't looked at the 10 line a lot. At least I haven't. But
I'm looking right now.
Kenny Mod's taking some punishment over here, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's taking almost 30,000 damage from Napoli and 13.5 from Shimikaze. So he must have taken a torpedo at least one.
Yeah, he's also down to 2 heals left remaining in the tank, just like Big Boy. So Petros on each team, definitely an issue. Silverblades Ohio had already flipped his turrets, ready for Eagle Lance to make this play at B, Zap. Check this out.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the hit.
Yeah, Eagle punished for half his HP just for having the audacity to step onto the B cap.
Now,
the Petro Rado is down, they don't have another way to suss him out.
My chat is catching up from 5 minutes ago when we talked about builds. Take a look at Silverblade's build real quick in the Ohio. The second point AA skill there. Now that skill is the one where your anti-air guns are firing and your consumables reload quicker, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So my chat says AA build Ohio. Yes, it's that skill, but that skill is meant to bring consumables back sooner, specifically the plane. So you know, in a world where you've got Dutch ovens, and especially on this map, you typically will see Hanlu or Utrecht or something like that. It makes perfect sense to have a skill that punishes or at least is activated from anti-air guns.
I'm not sure how they got us. They must have just guessed on Eagle Lance and got lucky there. At this point, the Petro radar is going to be back before he gets back into the cap.
Yeah, Eagle's coughed up an awful lot of hit points for really no gain, unfortunately.
If it were me, I feel like he needed to. I don't know. They did a pretty good job of keeping him off this cap for sure. But I feel like if it were me, I would have gone a little farther, like to the northeast corner. He was kind of just dead center, northern top. I would have moved a little farther to the east, I think.
Meanwhile, on the 10 line, there's a very hard push forming from RESIN now. Formula, Peyton, Mad Dog.
Feels like they're going to pull Eagle out of the mid entirely. They're just not willing to risk the ship for the B cap.
It's too late. He's lost too much hit points.
Yeah, 140-point lead now for TWA as they continue to build on this cap advantage. They've owned A for a while now. So now less than 4 minutes for RESIN to move the needle somewhere. They got to bag a kill. And you can already see TWA kind of pulling their vulnerable assets back. They do catch a glimpse of Kenny Mod here, who's only got one more heal left. Peyton trying to get his guns around here and get this shot down range. Mad Dog flying very close to the sun over here.
Yeah, Mad Dog knows destroyer handling very well.
Oh, yeah. Well, and he's having to hang, you know, Petro now has that narrow gap between its detection radius and its radar range. And Mad Dog is having to thread that needle very tightly to keep Kenny Mod lit while not wandering into his radar range too deep and getting smacked around for it.
Yeah, he gets about one kilometer and change to play with.
Yep.
Just isn't much.
Peyton's got some torpedoes coming in. He's going to take at least 2 of these, it looks like. Maybe just one? No, just the one, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a heal.
It'll buff right out.
Vile now setting up to possibly go into the Thunderdome. That's kind of a fun position there. Keeps Big Six's Petro detected and allows him to W away to safety when he's on radar.
It's a 200-point lead now for TWA. Vile staggering these torpedo launches to deny Big Six this move along the one line. So some radar going up over here. This is Hungria. They're just looking for a little bit of info.
Yep, there's Vile now.
They're trying to focus out Peyton. They know he just healed. Sakiko now smoking and getting in on the action. The Petro AP is going to end Peyton's game here. Can he get one more fire, one last fire on Kenny Mod on his way out the door?
Decent hit.
Doesn't.
Well, DCP. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. 3 or 4K there. Legend absolutely selling his ship to get this kill on Kenny Mod, driving straight into the Summers torpedoes. Has a wonderful corridor. He's great. They do get the fire on Kenny. Big kill they're going to get here in just a moment.
That's very important for him, but too late.
Now they have to extract that hull. They can't lose Legend in exchange. They're kind of having to just push everywhere and hope, Zaf.
Pretty much. Which, hey, at a certain point, that's what you got to do. Look at the Torps on Angel Stone.
They did shove Big Six into the A-cap. Angel takes at least 1 here in the bow.
And he took 3.
Sorry. Oh, did he? I missed it. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, Sakiko goes down.
Oh, big kill. They've been needing that one for a while. Sakiko hanging around on 3k HP. They're trying to get Legend here. They're going to get him because he's burning back there.
Yeah.
Conqueror picks him up.
Look at FIFA.
Decap Zaf.
Look at FIFA going into the Thunderdome against Vile's Gumo.
I love this play. I love everything about it. They're burning out Big Six. They get it.
Yeah.
That's going to allow them to start ticking up points off the A-cap again. The Harugamo here, though. Vile is going to have do some fancy work with his torpedoes. This is to say this is bold is an understatement. As a battleship player, you never want to find yourself nose to nose with this kind of torpedo power. But there's the radar. Viva's ready for this shot. He has to be ready with the HE in the barrel.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is.
He gets it.
Good kill. Good kill.
Big kill. RESIN basically pushing all across the board, trying to keep their ships in play while they do it. They're going to lose Viva's Kremlin. He's out of heals.
He's got no more heals. That's correct. His DCP is down as well.
Hungary moved up and grabbed the decap. iCUE now moving into the middle of the board. He and Big Boy in a bit of a duel. There goes Viva.
Yep, Kaisis with the radar catching Frice's Gumo.
We're still 2 minutes now from a TWA win. And there's nothing left that RESIN can put onto A to slow that down. So it's going to take kills now to move the needle.
And Big Six is in trouble. Angel Storm, Marcelo Pello kiting to the corner of the map. Love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, Marcelo barely dodging these torpedoes.
Yeah, these destroyers in a stern chase. Eagle, Lance, and Mad Dog absolutely never where you want to be.
I like Mad Dog putting smoke down for Eagle Lance so he can try to gun down Angel Stone's Conqueror.
I mean, he's got 60 seconds, so be quick about it.
I think they're hoping to run into Marcel Pello Summers and gun that down, but for now, at least, they'll take that. Yeah, he got lucky. He got the hit.
Well, I was going to say, iCUE now finding himself in a 3-on-1 in the middle of the board. Hungary behind him, and the Harugamo, that's Frice, has moved out in front of him along with Big Boy. They might have an opportunity to burn him out.
Angel Stone getting the heal going.
Frice has
30
plenty
seconds.
of HP, despite being under radar here.
There's the spot on the Summers.
They can't lose a ship here. They've got to get a kill before
Mad
they
Dog.
lose a ship.
They're going to lose Mad Dog. There it is.
Yeah, they are. That's the game. Oh, so close.
Yep.
Almost clawed their way back into it. A classic TWA game, Zaf, right? They pick up a cap advantage early. They outtrade you for a while, and then they force you out of desperation to push everywhere at once and just, again, use that health advantage they've built up to hold you off. It's the same EU play style we've been seeing for almost a decade here.
Right, it is, indeed. Okay. Let me check something here. There we go. All right. Head back to port then.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, let's do this. Got to use the reverse one.
Yep, you got it.
All right, guys. Game 3. It's do or die here for TWA. Sorry. Do or die for RESIN. It's still too early for this garbage. TWA up 2-0. So let's have a look over their lineup here as we spawn onto the north side of Hotspot. Triple destroyer lineup. Vials gearing, very much traditional torpedo build. Extra smoke power and so on. Marcelo Pello here in a Summers. Again with all the torpedo reload. Brisk and RPF. Sakiko's Gdansk. RPF and gun reload. Sometimes you see Gdansk with gun range. Not here. It's a 4-cruiser lineup for TWA. We're looking at double Petro. That's Point here as the same build we've been seeing with the top grade gunner and reload. And iCUE also with the same kind of idea. A single Napoli, Kaistis with all the secondary and torpedo skills here. That's a little surprising, but I like it. Range for the main battery. Not sure I would do range on this particular map, but he's chosen. That's the choice he's made.
That's
and
ultra
Kenny Mod
kiting.
now. Yeah, I know. Kenny Mod now in an Utrecht here, opting for the heavy HE skill, but not IF HE. We were having that conversation back in game 1 on Loop. Double battleship lineup. Snackman here in a fairly standard Montana build. A lot of survivability packed into that hull. Silverblade and a Conqueror here with something actually quite similar. A little bit of brisk on that Conqueror. Kind of makes sense. British battleships tend to be a little stealthy. All right, Zath. RESIN, do or die. What do they got?
All right, to the south, RESIN's pushing their way towards the B-cap with Frice in his COTS build gearing. Mad Dog and a Z42 radio location with Lutjens. all the kind of stuff you'd expect to see on a Z42. Mabuki is in a Petropavlovsk with reload and top grade gunner. We've got Triarch and an Utrecht of their own. Same build we saw Triarch play in game 1 with IFHE. Peyton is in a Willem de Rest this time around with some of the Dutch oven skills as well. On the other side, kind of a pretty heavy push towards the D side. We've got Eagle Lance's Marceau with radiolocation and Fearless Brawler. And we got Legend Formula in Svea for the kite away stuffs. And Big Boy 69 is in a range Petropavlovsk, backed by FIVA G in the Ohio. Now, what's worth noting is both teams brought 2 Petropavlovsks, so I can't tell what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's anybody's game.
TWA making the heavy early play for mid here, going to grab the C cap, and RESIN going to be like, you do you, we got D, we're good. I'll be curious to see if RESIN ends up opting for... We watched a team yesterday, Zath, and I'm going to have to go back and look at the... I don't think it was RESIN on this map. Let's see, ARIS. We saw somebody with a big loop push. Not loop, a big push on hotspot up this right-hand side yesterday. I think it was TSYMQ. It might have been, I think it was TSYMQ.
Okay.
But anyways, we'll see how this shakes out for them.
Yeah, RESIN opting to just luck chuck torpedoes north and seed the C cap to TWA. Remember, on this map, for whatever reason, in terms of spawns, it seems like the north spawn gets to C a little bit quicker, has a little bit of an easier time grabbing the cap.
I think the island, the island on the northwestern side of the cap is better, right? You put a radar cruiser up here in this position, and it's got better cover than its compatriot on the other side.
Yep. That's a big part of it.
Yep.
RESIN pushing all the way through the D cap now. Look how far north Eagle Lance is.
Yeah. They're not waiting around, and I like this a lot, Zath, because like we were saying earlier, it feels like with TWA, if you give them time to breathe and set up and play their game, then it's just it's a mess. But if you continue to put pressure on them, that maybe you can find a way through.
Eagle takes a Kaistus Napoli torpedo.
Oof. Can't afford that early.
No, so TWA is already recognizing this push. They're pulling Vials gearing and Silverblade's Conqueror back.
Yep.
So
that's
again,
exactly what these ships are here for.
It's like you've got the opportunity to make the play, but if you're going to stop and let TWA redeploy, you've already lost.
Well, it's not a matter of even letting them redeploy. Like they see it coming and just react. They're a very good team. A lot of, the teams at this level, doesn't take much to recognize these kinds of things and be like, oh yeah, that's something we got to be looking at.
Well, and it's unfortunate, of course, Eagle Lance takes that torpedo right as he's waved off of like pushing farther forward, right? That's happened to me before in clan battles, and nothing's more frustrating than being told, hey, go do something, and then you take damage as a result, and the caller's like,
speaking of torpedoes, check out Kinney over on the edge of the map. He's going to take 2 of these.
Oh, wow. 2
big torpedo hits there.
Yeah, imagine being behind a smoked death snail without any sort of hydro.
Some early radar now. TWA, Point putting up some radar so they can get some shells on Mad Dog. He's trying to move up and get some island cover. They're going to get a little chip damage on him before he gets there for sure. His hydro picks up Point, and that sparks the Utrecht planes.
Here come the bombs. Yep. I don't think, though, that Peyton isn't... Maybe he's in range of points? To double check and see. Might need to back up a little bit farther.
What are the range on the Willem planes? 15 maybe? Is it that high?
I'd have to double check.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I might be able to put it up on my little thing here on the sides, but I haven't done it. Bomb's actually doing some good work on point here, leaving him on triple fires. He does DCP. But they're going to continue to try to get these fires to relight.
Airstrike range is 15.
Pressure. Okay. A lot of early pressure as more Utrecht planes coming in.
Yeah, so he's too far away.
Oh, big
hit on Mad Dog.
Mad Dog.
Yeah.
He's backed up a little too far, and the Gdansk had him lit, I think, on radar. Sakiko diving the middle of the board here.
No, his radar's still available. It's iCUE's radar in the Petro that got him.
Okay. Somebody had him for sure. So it's not all sunshine and roses for RESIN, trading well, but definitely taking some pain of their own.
Yeah.
Speaking of pain.
On the other side of the map, you can see that Vile has hooked up with Kaistus. So now, if you're RESIN, forget it. You can't continue to push up that corner. No. Why would you charge into all the freaking torpedoes?
Well, this is a trap, okay? Chasing these guys into the corner of the map is absolutely a trap. There's under no circumstances you want to do that. RESIN knows that, and they're already pulling their assets out.
There goes Mad Dog.
They get Mad Dog. How did they spot? Oh, probably more radar, I'm guessing.
I mean, it's hard to get to that point. You have to deal with radar and hydro.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it just take more petro.
Yeah. Yep. Now the villain plane's beginning to fall in on point.
Yeah, it's a little too late.
This one is maybe a little behind him now because he's moving. Yeah, that one just missed. I'm glad to know that the Dutch planes are difficult to use for everyone, and it's not just me.
Oh, I hate using them.
The reticles and the timing is just such a pain in my ass. I don't care for them.
Chat made me use what was it? Trump. Take my bomb hits on Friday, and I grudgingly said okay, and I got him, but boy.
Trump is arguably the easiest one to do it with because those bombs fall faster than every other Dutch bomb in the game.
I know, and yet I still struggled. Now, then that being said, there are people that are so freaking good with the bomb drop that they can hit you while you're duck, dodging, and weaving, and that's skill. Yep.
Well, RESIN rotating their assets through the island chains over here along the 7-8 line. FIVA-G spotted, so TWA well aware that this push is over from that direction anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing Eagle Lance's Marceau straight through here, backed up by Big Boy's Petro. They're going to try and make a play for C. iCUE, his Petro set up and ready. His radar covering nearly the entire cap. There is a chunk over here, though, where Eagle can move in, and it would require iCUE to move up. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That's really the only play RESIN has right now is try to make something happen at C, get the point advantage from the cap advantage.
Well, Eagle is riding that line. He's found the spot.
Mm-hmm. The importance of iCUE being spotted is he knows exactly how far to be.
Yep.
Oh, he's going out of the cap.
Yep. No, that's okay. Look, they drew the radar out, right? It's going to last 15, 20 seconds, and then Eagle can reverse back in.
Yeah, since Peyton is there, he knows that iCUE radared.
Yeah. That's the only... This is just brilliant play from Eagle Lance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the map, riding the line, riding that edge of detection. Now he knows the radar's out. Now he can safely back in there, and they don't have another radar close enough to find him.
Right.
They're running out of time. We're under 2 minutes now to a TWA win. There we go. Stepping onto C now.
Just fixing to say, I'd like to see the group over on the 1 line try to make a push of their own, right? Try to make some sort of play happen.
It would be good to see them maybe try to overload TWA a little bit here. Some torpedoes going in on the Summers. Oh.
Yep. Close, but no cigar.
Yep. They are going to bag C. That's going to flip the timer over to RESIN now. There it is. 90 seconds now to a RESIN win here in Game 3. TWA running out of time to make a play of their own. looks like it's going to come at D, Zath. They're chasing
Formula.
Core Legend.
Mm-hmm. Now, if they can push him off the cap and they can get in there, that can be enough for them to catch up too. Kenny Mod taking some more hits. He's at 12.5. Triarch going for it now.
Yeah, TWA cannot afford to lose a ship now. We're at that point of the game. Both teams soon to be over 900 points. A single kill can really flip this around in a hurry. They're fishing for Kenny back there because they know he's low.
Oh, yeah. Triarch is low too, though.
Yeah.
And Triarch is detected. That's the big difference here.
That's the difference. Kenny's actually landing hits. Triarch is just guessing. Vile stepping onto D, drawing a radar. Going to take some resets. And they're sneaking Sakiko into the top end of Zath. Check it out.
Mm-hmm. Smart play.
It's now a 1-point game. Both teams ticking up a cap. TWA on a very, very short lead. They're trying to get Triarch into smoke here. He's really risked a bunch. And Point's moving up. And Point's going to punch him out right here.
Yep. Well, he's going to burn out anyway, but yeah.
Just like that, we're 30 seconds. 30 seconds from a TWA win here. A game that RESIN had almost clawed back into. Eagle Lance coming to D.
I mean, he has to.
And that's the game. Wow.
Yeah. That's a 3-0 sweep. TWA wins. So we'll see RESIN again in the 3rd to 4th place match.
We will indeed. They are not gone. Just a question of how much money they're going home with, and the answer is something in the 3rd or 4th place bracket.
The answer is less.
The answer is less than they had hoped, but more than they started with.
Right.
And let's go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. In progress, the other semifinals match that has been ongoing this morning. This is CL and ARIS as we join in progress for Game 3 on Northern Waters. Zath, ARIS here in green at the top of the map. What do they got?
All right, ARIS is bringing a Bungo. Typical Bungo build we've seen so far. BYF is in a Sabir secondary build. I don't know about that, but we'll see what they choose to do. We got Karakatsuki and a Svea. RBQ Yamato is in a Prince Ven Oranje with the typical Dutch Elven build. Shikishima Mother is in a San Martin, and Lala in a Marseille. And finally for Destroyers, we've got iCUE's Ragnar working his way south. Sora's Grozovoy with the unique upgrade heading towards the sea cap, and Iced Tea in the Shimakaze in a full torpedo spec build. They just luck chuck vomit torpedoes everywhere. Do not avert your eyes, everybody. This is exactly correct. In this particular map, battleships spawn on the left, destroyers on the right, cruisers in the middle, and they get to scramble at the start.
Yep. This is very much the most bizarre start in Warships. Thanks, Wargaming. CL, their battleship lineup over here on the western side of the map. This is Eminon's Sabir. Very similar to the Sabir build we see to the up on the other side of the map. Xbox in a Conqueror. Brisk and interesting. He took Gunfeeder on that build. Okay. Coffee in a Prince Veronier. Peefy. Oh, okay. Radio location on that build. A little strange. Shlomo in a PVO. Double PVO? Double PVO.
Double PVO.
CL looking for all the Dutch airstrikes here. As those guys head over towards the ACAP. Two of their destroyers headed towards the middle of the map. This is Kita's Yu Yang. That a radar Yang? It is. With a little bit of torpedo reload. And Maruku's Ragnar backing him up. So double radar destroyers here in mid. That could get spicy very quickly. Their last cruiser is Darling's Wushta. And double destroyer over here on the eastern flank. This is Fassy's Gdansk. And who is this? This is Yumu's Summers.
Yumu.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Early Svea radar here.
The idea of the double Prince Venerati makes perfect sense at A, because what they're probably expecting is something is going to camp almost where RBQ Yamato is, and or something's going to head towards the island north of A, right? Inside the A cap.
Yep. No, I like the double PVO option at A. It gives them a lot of flexibility.
Yep.
And the ability to do nasty things with the Dutch airstrikes.
I don't remember if you called it, apologies if so, but a reminder that ARIS is Asia's #4 team and CL is China's #8 seed team.
Yeah, I did not. Thank you for the reminder.
That's why we are a team,
Now,
my friend.
One thing that I'm noting on the CL lineup is most of their radar is contained in these 2 destroyers, the Yang and the Ragnar in mid. The only other radar they've got on, well, they've got 2 more. They've got the Gdansk and Darling. Okay. We're used to seeing radar cruisers, not this much on the terms of radar destroyer. I think that's what's messing with me here.
Well, banned are Moskva, Stalingrad, Petropavlovsk, Des Moines, Brisbane. So, I mean, at that point, do you take a radar Salem or do you take a Yang that's got the same kind of radar utility, but in a destroyer? You know.
Fair point. Fair point. I'm a little disappointed, Zaf. I liked Kidda's play here in the Yang in mid.
Yeah.
He radared out Ice-T Shima and then declined to push through the twins. I think I would have done it. I mean, he's got backup nearby. The Shima would have had very little. He doesn't necessarily know all of that, but I still think I would have done it. The Ragnar, Yichu, just a moment ago, took a torpedo up here by the C cap. And they're working on putting a bunch of damage into Xbox's Conqueror. They took all of these ships to A, and they're leaving, and they're not even going to contest this cap, Seth?
It seems a little awkward to me, for sure. For sure.
It is sailing into danger. He's about to figure out is coming.
Well, unfortunate for them.
Oh, no. He's going to take at least one of these, or has he found a way through?
No, no. Right in the middle of the ship. It broke his back. Broke his back. He saw the torpedo. He said, crap, pop the engine boost, and then boop.
A single torpedo. Wow. Just like that, CL on the wrong end of the ship count here in Game 3.
Yeah. I got to say... Now... It feels very strange to put the bulk of your forces someplace, say, you know what? There's more people here than we thought. We're just going to leave.
Yeah. They just sent all these ships over here, and they're like, nah, F it. All right. Now, the Ragnar radar moving into the cap is going to be able to push Ice-T out of the cap and presumably pick it up for CL. We'll have to see how this shakes out. But, I mean, why did they spend all this time moving one of the PVOs and the Conqueror over there? They basically never did anything with them. They turned around and left.
Yep. Soar on the Grozavoy just took some Summers torpedoes. He's quite low now as a result.
Summers definitely needed that. Game.
Ice-T's gonna get to safety with his smoke and everything. So yeah, that should result in an A cap for CL once Maruku goes dark.
Should trying to figure out what's spotting Maruku.
Prince Vanaranya, probably?
Well, no, the PVO is a giant island in the way. I think the Sibir had moved up far enough to catch a glimpse of him. That's what it was.
Yeah, when he was shooting his guns, yep.
Yep, I think that's exactly what happened there.
I like Karakatsky's Svea torpedoes.
I love these Svea torpedoes. They're going to miss, but the threat of them is real.
And the idea of using them, awesome.
Yumu Summers having a great game already with some big impactful torpedo hits over here along the 10 line. ARIS looking like they're setting up for a push. Lala's Marseille speed boosting to the edge of the map here.
Oh, yeah. And they know that he's isolated, and they're just going to... Oh, Maruku's just in...
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye, son.
Maruku's in trouble. The Ragnar... The Shima using his spotting advantage mercilessly.
And then when it goes dark, there's the radar.
And then there's the radar from the Svea. They're trying to pick up this kill on Maruku. They haven't managed it yet.
Oh, they're going to get it. Here comes this salvo from BYF, Sibir.
I'm not convinced they're going to get it. Okay, now I'm convinced they're going to get it. Well, when the Shima shells were coming in, I was like, not sold yet, but nope, there it was.
Man. Great kill on the side of ARIS.
Xbox's Conqueror in a position to punish this Sibir play a little bit. Does he get anything out of it? Not bad.
Yeah, he's worked his way up to the middle for this.
So, down 2 ships early is CL. ARIS trading well in the lead. 250 points or so here. 7.5 minutes gone in game 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, does Eminon have a chance here? He's going to have to find a way to get on the side of BYF. And he's choosing to not do it.
I wouldn't either. With that Shima around, you're just asking for trouble.
The problem is with PVO, sitting there, I mean, you're essentially just saying, I will eventually die here.
Can the Dutch bombs even pin his deck armor?
I mean, they can set fires at the very least.
That's true, and Sabir will eventually succumb to that mess.
Shalmo detected in the middle with his PVO. He's running away from Karakatsky's Svea.
Well, and they put Fatsy onto B, trying to pick it up, and now he's getting radared from the Ragnar. That's iCUE.
Mm-hmm.
He's really going to struggle to make this turn with an island at his back. They're going to lose Fatsy here.
Yeah, he kind of got stuck, didn't he?
Yeah. He tried to turn out, and turns out there's a giant land obstacle in the way.
And he goes, picks up some Starbucks.
No big deal.
ARIS looking very strong here with 3-ship lead. They only have they have cap parity technically, but they don't care. They're about to make it a 4-ship lead if Shlomo dies.
Oh, BYF trading brilliantly here, and Eminon is going to take one of these torpedoes in the stern. Doesn't kill him. He's trying to power through it. Everybody's bombs falling everywhere. Eminon's trying for the drive-by. He's not going to get it.
Nope. Nope, he gets Dutch ovened. So there's your answer to your question about can they pin the deck?
Yeah, I guess they can.
BYF will die here though. He's got no more heals.
I think he will, but I mean, it feels like it's not going to matter now. CL's 4 ships down.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it just prevents a official wargaming blowout. There we go. Xbox gets the kill.
A lot of back and forth, a lot of combat, and a lot of misfortune at the A-cap. Leaves it in ARIS's hands. 400-point lead and growing here as they look to take an advantage in this best-of-5 series.
Yeah, Xbox takes 2 torpedoes. His heal just expired. Got another one, but it's going to take a minute before he can use it.
He's not going to live a minute.
No.
Grozovoy AP is going to see to that.
Now, there is a Summers kill on the Marseille, though. That's neat.
ARIS does lose a ship as well after they're losing the Sabir here. CL going to step onto A. Kind of won't matter, though. What?
Chat catching up to that initial Shima torpedo kill.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And chat says, well, just hit the spacebar and you can jump over them.
Yes.
Suddenly we're playing World of Mario.
It's a Mario. PVO going down inside the A-cap, but not before his compatriot. That's Coffee. Picks it up. So CL trying to stem the bleeding, but it's just not going to happen here.
No.
ARIS firmly in control of the middle of the board. They're going to grab B. They'll easily be able to kill this last Prince Van Orange here on the edge of the map. It's only a matter of time. He's pushing through the cap, continuing to pursue these guys. Does PVO have Hydro?
No.
He does.
Oh, yeah, he does. Sorry. I thought you meant like active.
No, he wasn't active. I was just curious if it was on the list at all. I haven't played the ship before that I can think of.
Oh, you're missing out. Fun boat.
I
Someone
like
really
the top-end
enjoys it.
Dutch heavies. I really like the top-end Dutch heavy cruiser, so I need to give it a shot.
I mean, this is more cruiser, less Dutch, because it's just more into the guns. So yeah, he's a good boat.
I'm actually okay with that because I have such struggles with the Dutch airstrikes anyway. The last survivor for CL, Darling's Wushta, all the way down here in G10.
Go get him, boys.
In a duel with the San Martin.
Oh goodness.
Seth, it's just 7v1. He'll be fine.
You haven't even seen my final form.
Exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this as an ARIS win. So
Yeah.
Let's just take care of that right now. I'm gonna update things while I'm thinking about it.
Because you totally aren't going to have a lot of time in between to do that.
Silence! Silence! ARIS wins Game 3 in convincing fashion here in the semifinals with King of the Sea International. Looking really strong.
Going to Game 4, baby.
Okay. Yep, Game 4. We got to have that anyway, so. Best of 5 series. ARIS with a chance to lock up a spot in the finals. CL trying to hold them at bay and keep things rolling so they can vie for their spot in the final.
That's right.
Welcome to Land of Fire, ladies and gentlemen. It's Game 4. Let's have a look over the ARIS lineup here as they spawn on the top side of the map. Ice-T in a Marceau, RPF and gun reload, Sorash Shimakaze. Not all the torpedo reload skills, but quite a few of them.
Mostly.
Mostly. Usugami here in a Marseille. It's only a two. I'm just realizing it's only a 2 destroyer lineup for ARIS. Okay. We've got a broad mix of cruisers. We've got double Marseille. Usugami here, top grade gunner and gun reload. His compatriot over on the other end of the line, Alala's Marseille, a very similar build. But the Marseilles splitting up. Very commonly, we see 2 Marseilles working together to push a flank. Not happening here. ARIS going to run them in different directions.
Yeah.
3 other cruisers. RBQ's Prinz van Oranje, outnumbered. Some airstrike skills and reload. Yuchu in Svea, RPF. And yeah, okay, a lot of utility in that build. And then last but not least, this is Akatsuki's Salem, running range to go with top grade gunner. Double battleship, BYF Sabir in a full secondary build, as you would sort of expect. And PreQ's Bungo, looking for the AP skill to go with his reload in slot 6. What's CL got cooking on the south side, Zaf?
All right. To the south, CL has the opposite idea. Let's just bring more destroyers. So they've got 4. We got Yumu's Ragnar with range and dazzle build. That's kind of fun looking. We got Fatsy's Marceau, as well as Kitalkui's Marceau making their way towards the middle of the map. And they've got Marukyu's Gdansk heading towards the decap. Behind them are a series of cruisers. They brought 2 Marseilles of their own. We've got Coffee with Outnumbered, not taking top grade gunner with reload module. And then we've got on the other side Shlomo's Marseille with the same concept, same build. We got a little bit of a battleship sandwich, Kremlin on Kremlin action in the middle as both of them get excited and see Svea and unload on him early. What are they going to get out of it? Nothing.
Nothing.
So we got Xbox's Kremlin tank build, and then Eminon's Kremlin taking advantage of the unique commander with the extra special skills, Zhuzh. And then finally we've got Darling in the Wushta once again with utility and reload for the main battery sitting underneath the B cap.
I almost called Darling the lone survivor of Game 1 here, but he didn't survive. He was just the last to die.
Correct. He had the best chance of surviving, being picked up.
All right, speed boosting Ice-T's Marceau. ARIS gets the first cap of the game, begins stick up points off of C. Kidamaruku's Gdansk ducking into D as Fatsy's Marceau here in B should grab this cap here in just a moment. Svea radar is offline, although it's about to come back up. They won't have anybody to get shells on him to slow him down.
Yep, that's going to be an important B cap early for CL. Going to allow them to start taking up points before ARIS does. Puts ARIS a little bit on the back foot here.
I think CL needs to come out of this game a little aggressive. I mean, come out of the gate fairly aggressive here, Zach.
I noticed. Go
ahead.
I noticed last game, and then even yesterday too, there were cases where I felt like CL was a little too passive. They were too afraid to make big plays.
Yep. Svea radar going up at mid just to get a sense of where the Marceau is, where he's going. They're going to get some shells on him. See what happens here. Yeah, a little bit of chip damage. Nothing major, and the radar expires.
All right, well, Svea's going to try to back in iCUE. I think he's going to do it. I don't know what else can stop him, really. Oh, never mind. As
Somebody
I say,
just hit him.
as we get a Kremlin salvo. I think that was Xbox's salvo.
Somebody
Wow.
got him.
Yeah,
They definitely got his attention.
that was Xbox. Yep.
Okay. Well, and the Marceau, that was Fatsy, left him a present as well. So if he wants to poke his nose around that corner, he's going to find himself some fat French metal fishes. Probably isn't going to enjoy that experience.
No.
A very, very close game. A 6-point game here early. 5 minutes gone. Both teams ticking up the respective 2 caps apiece. But CL, we were talking about the aggression, Zath, on the march here on the eastern half of the map.
I like the
A lot of
Gdansk.
ships over there. 7 ships on that flank moving north.
I like this play from the Gdansk. Maruki's going to go step on the C cap.
Ain't nothing they can do about it.
The only thing that might be able to do something is RBQ's Prince Venerani if he's got the range, but that's not going to be enough.
So now, what we're seeing here out of CL, right? They're looking to grab C and D, contest B, and just keep the Ragnar and the Marseille down here in the bottom left to deny any kind of major push, any breakout of ARIS forces from over here on the western flank.
Yep, and that's how you commence Toilet Bowl. But you'll notice that ARIS is relocating their forces to combat this whole push. A little bit too little too late, in my opinion, because C's already been grabbed.
Yeah, C's been grabbed. They're trying to make a play here. They're gonna have to try and break back in. That's not gonna be easy. They're trying again. Svea's the iCUE Svea stepping onto the B cap here.
Yeah.
Wondering if these torpedoes are gonna land home.
No,
Nope,
they got
they're
no
gonna miss
chance.
Just down. They're gonna force him out of the cap though. They got that going for him at least. Fatsy keeping iCUE lit over here. Eminon's Kremlin weathering the fire here south. Kind of in between B and D like a champ. I don't think I like Xbox's plays. He's going all the way to the 10 line. I think I would have kept pushing him up the 9 line.
I think what they're doing is they're setting up the Kremlins. If you look at it, both of them are kind of going wide here, so they're setting up to receive an ARIS push, a counter push.
Well, time ticking away here with 3 caps ticking. We're only 3.5 minutes here from a CL win in Game 3. A lot of pressure on ARIS. They're not going to have a lot of time to get themselves organized. They're going to have to just put their foot on the gas and go somewhere.
Nice Dutch oven hit on Darling's Wushta.
Ooh, yeah. Darling was pretty clean a few minutes ago and now looking a little rough.
Yeah, he has defensive anti-air fire, shot down a couple of planes, but come on.
The enemy is about to win.
About to tick over 700 points, under 3 minutes to go here as the Marceaus get into a duel across the C cap. That's Kidda and Ice-T.
Yeah, iCUE just got smacked as well, I think, by Eminon's Kremlin again.
iCUE's in a very tenuous position.
There's the
I just
radar.
keep looking at that like, man, sooner or later you're going to get dunked, buddy. Worcester radar going to pick him up. He's going to have to move off the cap. Here comes the salvo. Any one of these salvos could end his life if it connects correctly. That one ain't it, but man, every time Eminon pulls the trigger, it's going to be a pucker moment.
It very much is.
And so now they're pushing Xbox up the 10 line, leaving the Marseille behind him. Shlomo.
I love this counter push on the 1 line. Lala went way south in his Marseille, Coffee turned around after kiting for a long time. And now
Yeah.
Yumu, who had been farming, of all things, PNY Bungo forever, just being a total gnat, is coming back to help out.
Yep. CL maximizing their destroyer advantage here. Plenty of caps, and they're using their little pop guns to harass the bejesus out of these bigger units in mass. iCUE, no, that's Sora now stepping onto the B cap. The Worcester radar offline. He'll be able to pick this up uncontested, unless somebody wants to get in there and spot him with their face, as Darling takes more PVO bombs.
Yeah, another solid.
PVO.
Yep, PVO. Another solid Dutch ovening. Sora does get the B cap. I'll tell you, PNY's been farmed hard.
And they stuff Ice-T's Marceau into the C cap as well.
Ooh, there's the kill right there.
Down. There's the kill on Lala. And I think they're going to get a kill on PNY.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's coming.
These 6-inch Ragnar guns are no joke. If you allow him to just continue to farm, he's essentially a light cruiser, right? Sooner or later, that damage adds up.
Well, Fatsy's Marceau is getting in on the action, too. Sora might. Yep, he's going to smoke up PNY. That's a smart play from ARIS. But it's probably too little too late.
Trying to get PNY a break here as he takes a stern fire. 60 seconds to his next DCP and 20 to his next heal. He'll never survive that long.
No, he won't. And nice. I was going to say, they're continuing to shoot into the smoke.
Yep. Marseille seals the deal, and now just like that, Sath, we just have crossed like the 10-minute timer in the game, but we're 30 seconds from a CL win here in Game 4.
CL saying they're not out of this yet.
They certainly aren't.
That's going to force a Game 5.
They only hold the D cap completely uncontested, but there's no way ARIS is going to get there in time.
Well, look at BYF.
BYF is moving up, but again, he's running out of time. He's got 8 seconds to kill something.
Oh,
Ice-T.
No. Ice-T maybe?
Ice-T trying to push Kidda, but it's not going to happen in time.
Yeah.
CL, big, just solid win here. Forcing a Game 5 in the semifinal round.
Yeah, this is exciting.
I like it. Much more dynamic game than we saw out of the NA and EU teams. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 begins of our last semifinal match here in King of the Sea 18 International. Zath, talk me through the ARIS lineup. This is going to be spicy.
Yeah, so ARIS up to the north, we've got Sora in the Yu Yang torpedo spec with radar. iCUE in a Gdansk without Jersey Mike, but your typical kind of utility build. Usugumi in a San Martin. Once again, ARIS bringing just the 2 destroyers, and this is a large map for just 2 destroyers. We got RBQ Yamato in a Marseille with top grade gunner reload, and Karakatsuki in Marseille, top grade gunner and reload. Ice-T in a Marseille with top grade gunner and reload without a special captain. Lala in a Marseille with top grade gunner and reload. How much Marseille do you want? Yes is the answer.
All
we
of
got
it.
PNY in a damage spec Bungo, and BYF in a Loria in your typical tank build battleships.
I'm very sad, Zath. We just missed out on being able to say both teams brought 4 Marseilles.
I know, right? That's crazy to think about.
It is. CL in red here on the south side of Loop, bringing a double battleship lineup of their own. Eminon's Kremlin, loaded up for survivability. Xbox's Kremlin, effectively the same build. Xbox is running Brisk, whereas Eminon is running the turret traverse buff.
Yep.
We're running a double destroyer lineup of our own. This is Kidda's Smallland, Dazzle RPF, and all the shenanigans. And where's our other destroyer? The Marceau over here. Yumu's Marceau, again, with the Dazzle and RPF, headed straight for the decap as quickly as he can burn. We've got double Marseilles, one of them speed boosting over here to the B flank. That's Coffee. He's running Outnumbered to go with his reload mod in slot 6. And Maruku's Marseille running Top Grade Gunner to go with his reload mod in slot 6. Let's see, we took a look at the battleship. So let's have a look at the other cruisers. That is going to be Fatsi now in a Marseille, also running Outnumbered to go with his reload boost, his reload mod. And last but not least, the lone, I would say the lone, that's not true. PVO in Schlaumo. Excuse me, Schlaumo in a PVO. Wow, you can tell it's early still. Reload there in slot 6. And last but not least, Darling now moving into a Salem, giving up his beloved Wushta as he's taking actually Outnumbered and Top Grade Gunner to make sure he covers all the bases.
All right, well, early cap point going to Kita in the small end at the C cap. He's trying to get in there, and because ARIS brought so much French and so little radar, they can't do anything about this. It's just kind of funny to look at.
Radars on both teams very heavily focused, let's say, into the destroyer side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I get the sense that whichever team loses their destroyers early is going to be in a bit of a pickle when it comes to contesting capture zones.
Yeah, Yumu being the only destroyer that didn't take radar.
Yep, he had some great island cover here to wait out Sora's first radar and his Yu Yang. So now it's simply a question of early cap advantage going to CL, of course. Decap going uncontested for the moment.
Ooh, Yumu just got hit. He must have gotten spotted he backed out in front of Sora. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he backed around the island and Sora caught a glimpse, and then I think one of the Marseilles punched him a little bit. Looks like he backed out to put these torpedoes downrange, but they are probably not going to hit anything worthwhile.
Well, not only that, but also possibly get into the decap as well if nothing's there, so makes sense.
Yumu looking like he's decided, nah, this ain't going to happen. Forget it. We outie.
I think he's been called.
Bailing.
Yeah, he's been called off because
I agree.
They know that the strong push from ARIS is over there. So don't get yourself in a situation where they know you're stuck there. Look at the other side. We got dueling Marseilles coming up.
Well, Lala's Marseille caught broadside to Xbox's Kremlin. Let's see if Xbox can get anything out of this salvo. Looks pretty good going in. Not bad.
9K or so, yeah.
Not catastrophic. But now both of these Marseilles hydroing each other. So everybody well aware of what shenanigans are going on this flank.
All right, ARIS responding by sending in their radar destroyer of their own to the sea cap. That's iCUE. He does spot Darling Salem via the radar. That's why Yumu was brought back. Look at that.
Yeah, I love this play. These Marceau shells trying to arc over and get iCUE. The small one, Kidda, also doing the same.
Mm-hmm. Very good positioning by CL here.
Yep. Loving this. iCUE basically has to just sit here and take it. Under the duration of this Salem radar for 10 more seconds at least. Yumu giving up a lot of HP for this play.
Mm-hmm.
He's decided he's had enough, but the Smallland, Kidda, essentially getting these shots for free.
I'm curious. Is he able to arc over the island now? No.
Not without something to lock onto, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He would require the ability to lock onto iCUE's hull.
Hey, meanwhile, ARIS is going to walk into the decap with Sora's Yu Yang.
Yep. Yep. CL going to let this push down the 10 line happen. Not going to try to resist it, just going to roll with it and try to kite these guys as best they can. But they can't hold this for very long because if they flip the B cap, and they're about to, sorry, the C cap in the middle, there we go. That's going to leave a big cap advantage. Too many points ticking the other way.
Yeah.
Yumu's Marceau going to move in and immediately flip this Sea Cap back, or at least the best of the best he can anyway.
I like Kita's position in the small end. He's trying to keep the San Martin detected, Marseille detected, and Precue's Bungo detected. But I feel like he can be torpedoing stuff too.
Trying to keep tabs on everybody. Yumu going to draw out the Gdansk radar here in the middle of the board. They might get a reset here. They do a little bit. But they're not going to be able to prevent it entirely. These torpedoes are going to go right down Darling's starboard. No, he does take one on the bow finally. Plenty of heals left in the tank here.
iCUE's down to 7,700.
By the time this cap in the middle ends, it's going to be about a 10 or a 12. No, yeah, maybe a 10-point game, maybe in ARIS's favor.
Yeah, but it'll start ticking up. No, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're going to be like they're going to be like an extra 4-point tick ahead. So maybe an 8-point game, maybe a 12-point game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a very, very tight game, basically. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 to 8-point game here. Shalomo's PVO getting absolutely wrecked down here. They need to try and get him out. Just run. But that's not what he's doing. So, okay.
Yeah, I think the problem CL has is they're kiting away, but not fast enough, and more importantly, they brought too many assets off of that kite side, so they can't take advantage of ARIS overextending here, like Eminon's Kremlin.
Yeah, the Loria is just a marvelous ship to punish that kind of stuff, and he does there, getting the kill on the PVO. Big hits from the Kremlin and Fatsy's Marseille into RBQ. I'm not sure what RBQ's play here is, Zath. Do you think he's going to try to move up and do some kind of reload booster AP into the Loria shenanigans?
I don't know. How about the deep water torpedoes coming into Eminon's Kremlin? He's going to take 4. That's going to hurt.
Great salvo. Brilliant salvo from Sora. Well played.
Yep. And there's the slap from Eminon.
Yeah. RBQ makes a gamer turn and takes punishment for it. And they lose Lala's Marseille. Way
Xbox.
over on the edge of the map. They needed that kill big time. CL did.
Yeah. Yeah, they managed to catch that Marseille stuck. But speaking of being stuck, Fatsy's Marseille, they need to kill RBQ. They do.
Yeah. So that's it. That'll end up being at least a trade. Fatsy is next heal too far away. Is he going to live long enough to even get his guns off? He is. He's going to get some more AP damage into BYF, and then he's going to go out. So, both teams down a couple of cruisers here. 7v7. That's still effectively a tie game at the halfway mark.
Yeah, it's extremely close, although there's more torpedoes coming in on Xbox's Kremlin. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah,
he'll be fine there.
Should be able to slide by these.
Look at Karakotsky and Eminon kind of staring at each other across a little channel. Is he going to go for it?
I mean...
I wouldn't.
Eminon is slowing, so it looks like the answer is no.
He's got 3 heals available. I mean, if he goes out now, there's a good chance that he'll just die for free.
Yeah, for free. All right, CL looking to break the stalemate. They're stepping onto A.
Love this aggression.
Those points. Beginning to tick things up, but they've got some very low ships over here. ARIS has an opportunity to pick up a couple of kills, maybe. Both CL battleships very, very low.
Yeah, Xbox has 1 final heal. It's coming up in right about now, and that's going to be all he's got left. Gotta make the best of it.
Well, and Eminon's working on his second to last heal now. He's going to be a ways away. In fact, I think Sora, check out the Yang, Zath. I think we're about to get a torpedo charge.
Yep, he's got the radar up to make sure he knows where Eminon is. Man, Ice-T is so low. Precue's Bungo is quite low, too.
Sora crossing the gap, taking some punishment, but getting all torpedoes downrange.
Yeah, but he didn't go in. He just went right across.
Nope. He went right across. That was all he needed to do because he only needs to land maybe a couple of these, and I think he's going to get it, Zath.
Gonna land
he's going to land 3. That's good enough.
Yeah.
He only needed 2, and he gets it. Excellent, excellent kill. Sora getting amazing work out of these deep water torpedoes. They're trying to focus Ice-T out.
Oh,
now,
I'll
Sora
bet you
may wish he'd
he'd
saved a rack.
No, he torpedo reload boosted. He's ready to go again.
Oh, ho, ho. Oh, is he going to survive to get him off? He should.
No, he
off.
does.
No, he got him off.
What a play. And here comes Care to finish it.
Is not going to die.
No, but Care's coming around to...
corpse.
Oh, BYF.
The Loria dunks him from range. Nice play.
That's an amazing clip moment. Wow. Look at all the carnage.
They're going to get a few more ticks out of sea here, though, because Akatsuki's Marseille had to sail past the cap.
Look how low
CL now.
PNY's Bungo is. He's at 1,000 hit points, 20-something seconds to go. Xbox healing.
And that's only Pan-Asian smoke, or sorry, European smoke. It's not going to be around very long.
No.
They're going to easily pick him up and kill him as soon as he's visible.
Yeah, but he's going to get the heal off in time.
Xbox down to his now. Yeah. He's got one. He's got no heals left. Maybe he's got one heal left. I can't tell from the readout right now.
Xbox?
PNY. Yeah.
He's got one heal left, yeah.
Okay. PNY makes it to his heal.
Mm-hmm.
As all of CL's forces now in this top left-hand quadrant of the map, this is all 5 of their ships. They're kind of surrounded by ARIS in a weird way, who has 3 ships in mid and a 3-ship element up north.
Mm-hmm.
CL looking to try to defeat somebody, some of these ships, one or more. They need one of these kills. Up 40 points, 4.5 minutes to play. Plenty of time for ARIS to find their way back into this game. I think Yumu's got the right idea, though. Check it out, Zath. He's just booking it to D.
I really like this play. And then you also have the small end. Now, let's see. Radio location, yes. Radio location, yes. So their radio location is both pointing right here to the Gdansk position. They know exactly where iCUE is. There's the torps even.
And I think what's eventually going to happen. Bungo's now spotted. Now PNY's lit. I think eventually we're going to see Smolin versus Gdansk duel.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I think the key is Kita is going to go from the other side of the island so that the Bungo can't help with it.
Yeah.
8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds left for PNY's next heal, though. So PNY's going to be around for a while.
All right. Yumu's Marceau booking it. Marceau makes about 45, 47 knots, even without her speed boost, and speed boosts are all used up. It's been all over the map this game. Kita and iCUE about to bump into each other, maybe? iCUE playing games here.
Well, remember, iCUE's got radio location too, so he knows that Kita is right about here.
Let's see
gonna
if they
spot
can
in a
catch a glimpse
second.
of each other.
This is where radar would have been really helpful, Kita.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh.
Disaster for Kita. Check this out.
I'm watching. He sees it coming.
He only takes one, though. So,
doesn't matter. It tells iCUE exactly where Kita is.
Yep. Marceau onto D. So now ARIS 100%. They've got to do something. The Loria almost to B himself, having crossed.
All right, here's the destroyer slap fight.
Here we go. iCUE should lose this.
Well, see, iCUE's got a friend.
Yeah.
And they trade.
They trade. Not the worst of worlds, but certainly not the best.
Yeah.
But now CL on 3 caps.
About to be 2 because BYF is going to step into B. The problem.
But they're still ticking 2 right now. That's the difference.
Of course. The problem was not using that radar to know exactly where the destroyer positioning was. That was a brilliant play by iCUE.
I think they're going to burn out Maruku here, Zath.
He's out of heals. I don't like that Xbox has been pulled so far back.
Yeah,
he still has a heal left.
They're trying to save the ship because he's at risk, right? Whoa,
well,
big AP salvo out of Maruku.
Yep.
Not enough to punch him out, though.
They want him to be in position to counter BYF's Loria, but the problem with that is he just leave a ship to die. Look at the Marceau, like, I'm going to go collect another cap.
Yeah, I would say just like that, ARIS out to the lead. A kill, a cap. Let's see what they do with it here.
Oh, Coffee stuck in between two battleships. And a San Martin behind him. 419!
Yeah.
They're gonna get him!
Yep, they're gonna bag the Marseille kill here. 90 seconds on the timer. Can Coffee find his way through these torpedoes?
That's gonna be a
He's
trade.
gonna outrun him.
Gonna be a trade at a certain point. So he just has to live as long as possible so that Usugumi can't get into the A-cap with his San Martin. Xbox has to be looking for a shot on the San Martin right now.
I was gonna say, I'm wondering why Xbox isn't firing on the San Martin, but they're gonna get the Marseille. That's gonna free up the A-cap.
Yeah, he needs to be looking at the San Martin.
He's not. He's looking at Ice-T. He was I mean.
Yeah, it's curious.
Now he's turning his hull and his turrets to look at the San Martin.
You got to imagine that there's a lot of chatter going on right now, right? A lot of, hey, you do this, no, you do that, no, you do this, no, you do that.
All right, this salvo could be the game for CL.
Could.
Can they dunk Usugami? Nope. The Marceau in C, the San Martin in A. Xbox is trapped here. He's got the Loria crawling up his stern, the San Martin farming him out. They're going to lose him in moments.
Yeah. Now, my thing said he had a heal, but obviously he did not.
Yumu trying to pick up this last kill on Ice-T, but he needs to finish this cap.
Gotta do a lot at once.
This is their last hope right here.
I love that turn to grab the cap. Yeah. 36 seconds.
Bag the cap. But it's 30 seconds to an ARIS win.
Wow.
I say 30 seconds. It's not going to be that long. It's going to be way faster than that. There it is. Wow.
What
CL
a game.
Not able to get over the finish line. And ARIS is going to the finals.
Which means we will be seeing CL again in just a few moments against RESIN.
I'm excited for this, kids, because
yeah.
CL and RESIN, didn't we cast them already?
I'd have to double check and see.
We did. We cast them back in the round in the initial rounds, the group stage.